NCIS Tony and Ziva returns to its central storyline in Episode 7, titled Dark Mirror, focusing on Tony Michael Weatherly and Ziva's Cote Pablo mission to clear their names after being implicated in a theft at Interpol. The episode also provides significant insight into the spin-off's main antagonists, rogue Interpol agent Martin Nasimabenchiku and Secretary General Jonah Julian Ovenden, revealing their shared past and motivations. The story resumes right after the attack on Tali and Sophie in the previous episode. With them safe, Tony and Ziva investigate why Raining Fire, a private defense contractor, is being targeted. The narrative alternates between the protagonists and the villains, revealing more about Martin and Jonah's complex history through flashbacks and dialogue. We learn that Jonah and Martin first met in 2014 at Raining Fire's weapons convention. A romantic relationship developed, and in 2016, Jonah witnessed Martin commit a murder only to surprisingly help her cover it up. This dark moment deepened their bond and set the tone for their partnership. Martin, a child spy recruited by her father, has a dark past involving a mission where innocent children were killed, an event orchestrated by Raining Fire. This trauma fuels her grudge against the company. Jonah's motivation stems from his brother's death during their escape from a war zone, also caused by Raining Fire mercenaries. These backstories humanize the villains to some extent, revealing how their personal tragedies turned them into vengeful crusaders against the corporation. Despite collecting extensive evidence, Interpol refused to act, pushing Martin and Jonah over the edge. Their fight for justice evolved into a relentless pursuit of revenge. Jonah, inspired by his brother's hacking talents, helped develop the mysterious tool known as 9.4 to attack Raining Fire. Meanwhile, Tony and Ziva let Tali stay in Milan, but they must return to Paris to investigate the villains' next move at an upcoming weapons conference. They stay at the apartment of Ziva's therapist, currently occupied by the therapist's partner, Archie, a child psychologist. In a touching moment, Archie helps Tony open up emotionally, something the original NCIS rarely explored. Ziva covertly plants a bug in the villain's apartment, overhearing crucial conversations. While she's away, Tony and Archie discuss emotional growth, and Tony later confesses his feelings to Ziva. The two finally acknowledge their lingering love and spend the night together, only to be disrupted the next morning by Tali, who bluntly states they shouldn't be together, adding more emotional complexity to their dynamic. Back across the street, Jonah and Martin attempt to convince hacker Dejan to break into Raining Fire's firewall. Martin even impersonates Dejan to contact his estranged son, using the promise of a reunion as leverage. However, Dejan warns Martin that Jonah may be just as dangerous as Graves, which plants seeds of doubt. The episode ends with Ziva confronting Martin in a market, showing her footage of Tali's attack. The moment causes Martin to reconsider her loyalties, suggesting that the balance of power may soon shift in Tony and Ziva's favor.